And now, recorded live from some house in Rhode Island and uploaded to YouTube servers in San Bruno, California, it's the Death Battle Awards Season 2 Edition!
Hello everyone and welcome to the Death Battle Awards Season 2 Edition. I'm your host, Wolf. After the success of the Season 1 awards, we've received even more votes on the awards for Season 2. But we once again don't have much time, so let's get right into these awards. Let's start off with the first part of any death battle that's talked about, the hype. Everyone gets excited when a new fight is announced, but some make the community so excited that they wish the episode would be released the day after the episode was announced on, and Season 2 is certainly filled with episodes that had hyped people up. Here are the nominees for Most Hyped Matchup.
Most Hyped Matchup: Kirby vs. Majin Buu, He-Man vs. Lion-O, Godzilla vs. Gamera, Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher, Terminator vs. RoboCop, Pokemon vs. Digimon, Chuck Norris vs. Segata Sanshiro, Green Arrow vs. Hawkeye, Goku vs. Superman 2, Tiger Zord vs. Gundam Epion.
And the award for Most Hyped Matchup goes to Goku vs. Superman 2.
Please welcome from the Gmod animation community, Mr. The Shadowon.
When it comes to fan communities, when two parties face off, the flow of salt from fans is always expected. Whether it be from a team's fan being upset that their side lost, to a wrestler losing a match they shouldn't have, especially if they lose to a heel. I know all about that since I run ECWF. And when it came down to Season 2's death battles, there were a ton of episodes that caused salt, including ones that weren't even nominated. But there can only be one episode that had more salt than a can of Progresso soup. Here are the nominees for Saltiest Episode.
Saltiest Episode: Mega Man vs. Astro Boy, Luigi vs. Tails, Ryu Hayabusa vs. Strider Hiryu, Iron Man vs. Lex Luthor, Batman vs. Captain America, Beast vs. Goliath, Wolverine vs. Raiden, Yang vs. Tifa, Goku vs. Superman 2, Kirby vs. Majin Buu.
And the award for Saltiest Episode goes to Goku vs. Superman 2.
This is Goku vs. Superman 2's second award of the evening, having previously won Most Hyped Matchup.
Please welcome RJ.
So Death Battle has been known to make a lot of really good fights that we enjoy to watch again and again and again, and one of the things that make us happy is how they use their setting to make these battles even better. Here are the nominees for Best Use of Setting.
Best Use of Setting: Godzilla vs. Gamera, North versus Segata Sanshiro. Goku versus Superman 2.
Out of my way! Take this! You can take it, can't you? You're too strong for your own good! Out of my way!
Yang versus Tifa.
Right? Warm-up's over. I'm going to blow you out of the water!
Terminator versus Robocop.
Do you plan on hiding forever?
Iron Man versus Lex Luthor.
Sir, I estimate that will be a $583 million fee.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That one's on him. Here we go. Activate the EMP. What? Possible. All right. Come to mama. Heave-ho! Wait, is that the...
Darth Vader versus Doctor Doom.
Witness the power of the Force.
All too easy.
What a farce! Enough!
Deadpool versus
I
Death.
don't mind it! He's coming for me! He wants to fight!
He-Man versus Lion-O.
Wait, where did you go? Sword of Omens. Give me sight, beyond sight. A mountain. Why show me this? Wait a minute. That's impossible. By Thundera! Sword of Omens, give me power beyond power!
Donkey Kong versus Knuckles.
Oh no, oh no!
Not as strong as you thought you were.
Oh no!
And the award for best use of setting goes to Chuck Norris versus Sekata Sancho, the one time people actually adore memes in the fight.
Coming up, the award for Best Vocal Performance, Most Original Matchup, and Most Surprising Outcome.
Welcome back to the Death Battle Awards Season 2 edition. Hey, did you know that roughly 2/3 of the people watching this video aren't subscribed? It's true. So if you're liking what you see, click the link in the description below. We're past the 600 sub goal, and we're well on our way to 750. Now, let's get back to the awards.
Please welcome Lena Chan.
If there's one thing that Death Battle is all about more than any other subject, is the characters. And in Season 2, these characters came to life more than ever. With an increase in speaking roles, there were a lot of voices to consider as the best of the season, but only the top 10 could be given the nomination. Here are the nominees for Best Vocal Performance.
Best Vocal Performance. Christopher Kerberfer-Niosi as Tommy Oliver. Tiger Sword versus Gundam Epion.
Alright, Saba. Time for a weekly test run.
Excellent. Let's test the weapon systems.
Just make sure the safety systems are on.
Xander Movis as Lion-O. He-Man versus Lion-O.
Want to keep going? Looks like you're a bit tied up at the moment.
Curtis Takahata 101 as Deadpool. Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
Hey, buddy, don't let me slow you down. Ha! Ha! Where is that son of a gun? I'm gonna show him what for, I swear to God. Oh, shit. Look at me! Look at me! Do not slow down!
Chuck Huber as Iron Man. Iron Man versus Lex Luthor.
Hands off, Baldy. What's that you got there? Oh, yeah. It's mine. I'll send you the bill.
Joe Goddard as the Terminator. Terminator versus RoboCop.
Time to bring you down to earth.
Doug Electric Star Drury as Saba. Tiger Sword versus Gundam Epion.
Warning! Bogey approaching fast! 200 meters!
Must be one of Zed's.
0 meters! Huh?
Christopher Sabat as Solid Snake. Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher.
I'm not alone. Somebody beat me to the intel and destroyed the source. Think he's with Praying Mantis, Raven Sword.
Xander Movis as Agumon. Pokemon versus Digimon.
Ah, there's nothing better than a campfire and a golden, delicious marshmallow.
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh! You killed my marshmallow!
Barbara Dunkelman as Yang Xiaolong. Yang versus Tifa.
Hello. No need to panic, people. Just looking for someone. I will take a strawberry sunrise, though. No ice. Thanks.
Sorry, miss. I think you'd better turn yourself around and look elsewhere.
So, does this mean no sunrise?
Edwin Obadon Kiong as
You are
He-Man.
finished.
He-Man versus Lion-O.
That gem. It's looking at me.
Grayskull! Give me the strength of the castle's secrets!
And the award for Best Vocal Performance goes to Takahata 101 as Deathpool. Congratulations!
Please welcome Philip Strignoli.
Music has always stimulated our senses and set the mood for any occasion, as well as accentuating any scene in fictional media. It can provide emotional impact to any situation, be it anger, tragedy, or in Death Battle's case, excitement and finality. Some of the best scenes in Death Battle happen when the music kicks in right at the climax. With that said, here are the nominees for Best Song.
Best Song. Pokemon vs. Digimon mashup theme by Nate Wants to Battle. Pokemon vs. Digimon. You Have Failed This City by Brandon Yates. Green Arrow vs. Hawkeye. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Chemical Plant Zone Remix by Classic Black and Freeze. Luigi vs. Tails. Exo by Brandon Yates. Wolverine vs. Raiden. Pokemon Epic Battle Theme by Jonas B. Ingretson. Pokemon Battle Royale. Thor's Hammer by Ethan Meitzeld. Chuck Norris vs. Segata Sanshiro. Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, White Reflection by 2Mix. Tiger Zord vs. Gundam Epion. Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2, Divine Identity by Shoji Meguro. Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher. Aldona Zero, Mark Allies by Hiroyuki Sawano. Iron Man vs. Lex Luthor. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Corneria by Kentaro Ishizaka. Fox McCloud vs. Bucky O'Hare.
And the award for Best Song goes to Pokemon vs. Digimon Mashup Theme by Nate Wants to Battle.
Please welcome Strange Fate.
enjoyment of Death Battle episodes can be chalked up to many reasons, from the animation to the writing to even the voice acting of some episodes. There are still a substantial portion of the fan base that cares about one thing. How accurate were the episodes? Season 2 upped the research quality of the episodes, for the most part, by introducing the Death Battle research team into their ranks, even if their role was still somewhat limited. And here are your nominees for Best Researched Episode.
Best Researched Episode: Terminator vs. RoboCop.
But while he's a master in all weaponry, he does have his favorites. In the future, the Terminator wields an M27 phased plasma rifle, which is too heavy and powerful for any ordinary person to use. When the time period doesn't have any space guns lying around, his weapons of choice include a hardballer long slide pistol, a 12-gauge Franke shotgun, a portable M79 grenade launcher, and the beautiful M134 minigun. Oh man, just looking at it makes me feel wonderful pants feelings.
He-Man vs. Lion-O.
He even shattered Photanium, the strongest metal in his universe, when even his closest friends believed it would be too much for him.
And he traded blows with Superman. You know, that one guy who can lift entire planets and maybe killed your favorite person ever? That one.
Chuck Norris vs. Segata Sanshiro.
That is, until Chuck released a book officially chronicling 101 of his favorite feats.
Fact number 67. When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he pushes the Earth down.
Fact number 95. Chuck Norris is so fast he can run around the world and punch himself in the back of the head.
Fact number 80. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, Chuck Norris can roundhouse kick you yesterday.
Fact number 71. Scientists have estimated that the energy given off by the Big Bang was roughly equivalent to 1 CNRK. 1 Chuck Norris roundhouse kick.
And those are just a few of the ones that we know are true. In addition, legend has it that beneath his magnificent beard lies a third fist.
Godzilla vs. Gamera.
But most importantly, Gamera has a history of winning through retreating. He usually takes one round to analyze his foe and another to win the day. On paper, this sounds like a smart idea.
But unfortunately for Gamera, Godzilla don't play like that.
Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher.
What's more, Grimm's comm line has a history of being hacked into, while Snake's codec does not.
But what about Snake's nanomachines and Solid Eye? Wouldn't they be disabled by the EMP blast?
Actually, no. EMPs are comparable to microwaves in how they affect electronics. When Snake was bombarded by microwaves, his Solid Eye survived for 2 minutes of non-stop radiation, while his nanomachines remained intact throughout the entire experience. A single EMP grenade doesn't quite stack up to a hallway of microwaves.
Wolverine vs. Raiden.
He could have even kept it up until Raiden ran out of fuel, if it weren't for one important question. Could the high-frequency blade cut adamantium?
To answer this, we dug deep into Marvel Comics history and found Misty Knight, a lesser-known Marvel heroine with a bionic arm made of Antarctic vibranium. This anti-metal emanates vibrations which weaken its target's molecular bonds, exactly like Raiden's high-frequency blade. Like the Murasama, this can destabilize and break any metal, including adamantium.
Fox McCloud vs. Bucky O'Hare.
Both Bucky and Fox had blow-by-blow counters. Fox's reflector and Bucky's acrobatics could avoid laser fire. Fox is fearless, but Bucky is cunning. Fox is faster on land, but Bucky is faster in the air. The deciding factor was experience.
Fox has been a major player in more wars than Bucky, and single-handedly ended all of them.
At his own request.
I'll go it alone from here.
Pokemon Battle Royale.
But Wizard, shouldn't they all just counter each other?
Yes, the rock, paper, scissors factor is a bit tricky. Grass beats water, water beats fire, fire beats grass. But ultimately, the core of any Pokemon battle boils down to mathematics. Every attack does a specific amount of damage, with specific effects to specific types with a specific accuracy.
And each Pokemon's stats are clearly displayed in the good old Pokedex.
So, by comparing every move, effect, choice order, and likeliness of occurrence, there are over 7,000 different possible ways this Battle Royale could play out. And out of all potential matches, Blastoise wins the majority.
Green Arrow versus Hawkeye.
Shot for shot, arrow for arrow, Green Arrow and Hawkeye are a well-made match, making this an extremely close fight.
Green Arrow has pulled off some ridiculous shots, but when Hawkeye is at his best, it's nearly impossible for any mortal man to hit him. We're talking about a guy who catches arrows in his bare hands, even when he's been blinded.
Both archers wield impressive bows, too. An average bow needs as much as 80 pounds of force to pull. Green Arrow's has an impressive draw weight of 125 pounds. However, Hawkeye's is double that at 250 pounds. This is the same bow he can fire at near machine gun speeds, even at a faster rate than Green Arrow, while wearing chainmail.
Donkey Kong versus Knuckles.
Knuckles and DK may have punched moons, but both feats are not precisely what they seem. The moon Donkey Kong punch belongs to the Mario universe, and is clearly smaller than our own moon. By comparing its size to that of Donkey Kong Island, we found this moon is approximately 2,775 feet in diameter and weighs 9.9 quadrillion tons. Knocking it out of orbit means DK punched it with a strike of over 3,000 megatons of force.
So not quite as impressive as punching our real moon, but hey, still way better than what Knuckles can do. Knuckles only destroyed a receiver controlling the moon's flight path.
And although the moon's orbit changed afterwards, it's unreasonable to say Knuckles is responsible. He has no other feat supporting this outlier, and the moon was previously established to move itself due to being part robot now. Sonic lore.
And the award for Best Researched Episode goes to... the Pokemon Battle Royale.
Coming up, the award for Saddest Death, Best Host Script and Recap, and Best Characterization.
Welcome back to the Death Battle Awards for Season 2. Just a reminder that you can follow me on Twitter for updates. At MLDKFPro is the tag that you want to use. I don't post on there too regularly, but if you say hi to me, I'll make sure to reply to you. Alright, let's keep this train rolling.
Please welcome Alan Peterson.
There have been a ton of characters in Death Battle. Many that we love, some that we hate, and even a few that we love to hate. The popularity of these characters is part of the reason why we love them so much. There have been many more male characters than female in Death Battle, which kinda made it harder to narrow down the nominees, especially for Season 2. Regardless, here are the nominees for Best Male Combatant.
Best Male Combatant. Deathstroke. Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
I am the thing that keeps you up at night. The evil that haunts every dark corner of your mind. I will never rest. And neither will you.
Iron Man. Iron Man versus Lex Luthor. Solid Snake. Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher.
I'm no hero. Never was. Never will be.
You haven't changed at all, Snake.
Dr. Victor Von Doom. Darth Vader versus Dr. Doom.
Your plan to destroy them has failed, Master.
Failed. Dr. Doom does not fail.
Luigi. Luigi versus Tails.
I do it. Oh!
versus Nightmare.
My sword has gotten very dull. However, it's 3 times as thick and does 3 times the damage of a normal sword. You'd better pray you die quickly, or this could be painful.
Miles Tails Prower. Luigi versus Tails.
We good to go or what, Tails?
I've built a TV out of paper clips.
Yeah.
And reprogrammed a supercomputer using dishwashing detergent and a toothpick.
I know.
So look, fixing a propeller on a biplane, that's about as difficult as taking a nap.
Okay, I didn't need your whole life story. A simple good to go would have been cool.
All right. Good to go!
Cool!
RoboCop. Terminator versus RoboCop.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Murphy.
Captain America. Batman versus Captain America.
Who are you supposed to be?
Captain America.
Scorpion. Ryu versus Scorpion.
I am Scorpion. Vengeance will be mine!
And the award for Best Male Combatant goes to the Invincible Iron Man!
Please welcome Ginza.
When it comes to fiction, it's always heart-wrenching having our favorite characters die, especially in a noble sacrifice or a hard-fought battle. The latter is especially on point for Death Battle, who always knows how to tug at our heartstrings when some of our favorite characters are killed by some of our favorite or least favorite characters. There were so many sad deaths in Season 2, but only one can be awarded the saddest. Here are the nominees for the saddest death.
Saddest death. Bucky O'Hare. Fox McCloud versus Bucky O'Hare. Son Goku. Goku versus Superman 2.
This is over!
I'm sorry.
Luigi versus Tails. Captain America. Batman versus Captain America. Gamera. Godzilla versus Gamera. Lion-O. He-Man versus Lion-O.
Of the castle's secrets!
Well, looks like curiosity killed this cat.
K.O. Red and Charizard. Pokemon versus Digimon.
Charizard, you okay?
Force!
That was rough.
Tommy Oliver and Sonic. Tiger versus Gundam Epion.
Routing all power to thrusters. And now to the Beam Saber. No! No! Son of a bitch!
Mega Man versus Astro Boy. Venusaur. Pokemon Battle Royale.
And the award for the saddest death goes to... Red and Charizard.
This is Pokemon vs. Digimon's second award of the evening, having previously won Best Song.
Please welcome Flip D. Swix.
Season 2 improved on Death Battle in many ways, but one way that it improved subtly was how Wiz and Boomstick were presented, not only as hosts, but as characters as well. Season 2 had plenty of moments that let us delve deeper into who Wiz and Boomstick really are. Their backstories, their personalities, and sometimes their more unflattering angles. Anyways, this award goes to the episode that best portrayed Wiz and Boomstick as the comedic, possibly all-powerful entities that we know them as. Here are the nominees for Best Host Script and Recap.
Best Host Script and Recap. Shao Kahn versus M. Bison.
The governments of Earth are polluting the planet and obliterating its natural resources. Shadow Law will stamp them out and rule this planet.
Master Bison, he's our hero, gonna take pollution down to zero.
His psycho power.
Gonna help him conquer the world. I'm a group of guys who like to kung fu bitches.
His psycho power.
Guts versus Nightmare.
But if Nightmare manages to absorb that final shard, Soul Edge and Nightmare will merge into their ultimate form. Night Terror. A larger, deadlier, flyier Nightmare.
Flyier?
Yeah, when one gains the power of flyingness? Duh.
Mega Man versus Astro Boy.
Probably also seriously cut down on his miles per gallon. Speaking of which, how do you refill a Robo-Child? Ha! Of all the ways, why that? Wiz, I'm pretty sure we just ended up on a watch list. And I need a shower.
I mean, it wouldn't have been my first choice. I'd chalk it up to Dr. Tenma's eccentricity? Design necessity?
Pokemon Battle Royale.
So how did this thing come about? Did a turtle get really drunk one night and then came across a tank and was like, yeah, I'll put my dick in that? Then 9 months later, the tank showed up at his door and was like, boom, this is yours. And then he raised it out of shame until one day it evolved, and then all the other turtles were like, that's fucking awesome. So then they all started plowing tanks?
Sure, why not?
Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher.
For better or worse, he will completely abandon a well-laid plan over a mere hunch. Surprisingly, this works out better than you'd think.
See? You don't always have to plan out every little detail about every little thing.
I thought we agreed to never discuss that trip.
I just wanted a churro, but no, it wasn't in the schedule. Bet it was delicious.
Oh, shut up, Boomstick.
I'll kill you.
Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
Basically, he's a pro at shattering the fourth wall.
Bingo!
Oh, hey, Boomstick, tell your ex-wife I said hello.
You've got 5 seconds to get the hell out of here before I blow your head off.
Unfortunately, all that would do is just piss him off. Bad idea, as Deadpool is a master martial artist, seasoned assassin, and a raging sex machine, what?
Yeah, I noticed you left out a few things in the script, so I made some changes. You know, just the important stuff. Like my penis.
Hercule Satan versus Dan Hibiki.
Dan eventually tracked down his father's killer and offered to make his left eye match his right. In turn, Sagat politely offered to reunite father and son. The long-awaited clash of fists began, a clash in which Dan was bent on retribution.
What? Oh shit, he won?
Yes, Dan finally achieved the recompense he had sought for so long and trained his entire life for, because Sagat threw the fight in pity. Completely unaware of his luck and now confident he was one of the strongest in the world, Dan founded his own dojo to unfortunately teach other people his worthless martial arts.
Thanks, Sagat. Not only have you killed this man's father, but you're ruining other kids' lives now too.
Fulgor versus Sector.
And when his foe's time grows short, Fulgor uses one of 4 overwhelming finishers called No Mercies.
I don't even... Where was he keeping that? And how can you see where he's aiming?
Fulgor's strength is staggering, but where does all this power come from? Hidden within his armor chassis is...
That giant fucking turret somehow!
A nuclear reactor.
Fox McCloud versus Bucky O'Hare.
Bucky Captain's the best named spaceship of all time, the Righteous Indignation, which is now the new name for my penis.
This tough frigate needs a full crew to operate, but its pivoting maser cannon packs a deadly punch.
Enough about my genitals, Wiz. Let's get back to the rabbit.
Wolverine versus Raiden.
Which sounds like a pretty good upside considering, except Sears was actually Solid as Snake, a traitor who manipulated world leaders to profit from the war economy. Oh, and the fact that he killed Jack's parents. I'm your dad now.
Being the perfect parent he is, Solidus enlisted Jack in the Liberian Civil War, where he became captain of his own commando unit in the Army of the Devil.
It's an army
It's not an actual army of devils.
Oh, damn it.
And the award for Best Host Script and Recap goes to... Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
This is Deadpool vs. Deathstroke's second award of the evening, having previously won Best Vocal Performance.
Coming up, the award for Strongest Loser, Best Death, and later, Best Overall Episode.
Welcome back to the Death Battle Awards Season 2 edition. If you're watching this on Blair, follow me by clicking that little button below that says follow. Alright, on to the next category.
Please welcome Nemesis Bloodright.
So, let's talk about the losers of Death Battle Season 2. With over 30 spectacular failures, there is a large range of combatants, and so there's guaranteed to be some that are stronger than others. Alas, this begs the question, who would win in a battle royale between them? Here are the nominees for Strongest Loser.
Strongest Loser. Son Goku. Goku vs. Superman 2.
Goku attained a new legendary form called Super Saiyan God. Despite being a temporary boost, Goku's body absorbed the godly power, essentially making it his new base form. Then, after mixing its power with his Super Saiyan ability, he became a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan! Oh, come on! There had to have been a better name. Ultra Saiyan, Master Saiyan, Super Ultra, combo with Fry Saiyan, anything but that mouthful!
Majin Buu. Kirby vs. Majin Buu.
Or if he's fed up with whatever planet he's on, he'll just blow it to bits with his Planet Burst attack.
In a universe chock full of planet busters, Majin Buu is one of the strongest. He has destroyed entire galaxies by systematically obliterating each planet one by one over time.
Knuckles the Echidna. Donkey Kong vs. Knuckles.
Hell, he's strong enough to throw this!
With a single punch, he can trigger a volcanic eruption. Doing so requires displacing pressure in a volcano's magma chamber. At minimum, this can sit around 3,280 feet or 1 kilometer below the Earth's surface. Knuckles had to have punched the ground with at least 3.9 megatons of force. over 3 times more powerful than the highest yield bomb in the known US nuclear stockpile.
Ragna the Blood Edge. Ragna versus Soul Bad Guy.
But after all was said and done, Jubei left Ragna with a dire warning. Never think of the Azure Grimoire as your own.
Which is kind of bullshit. I mean, it's attached to him, so I'm pretty sure he's got dibs.
Well, he does, but if he loses control over it, it can transform him into the Black Beast itself. In fact, Ragna was the original Black Beast, sent back in time after falling into a magic cauldron. The two were somehow separated and did battle in the past. These events would repeat themselves in a 100-year time loop until this chick saved Ragna from falling into that cauldron.
Luigi. Luigi versus Tails.
Before we go any further, I'd like to point out that the unmaking cannon belongs to a bunch of children. Is it bedtime now, Mom? No more parents.
Even without it, Luigi has defeated Dimentio, discovered the Grand Final Galaxy, raised a ravenous man-eating dinosaur, and even rescued Mario from certain doom on 3 separate occasions.
Gara. Gara versus Toph.
He can mentally adjust the density of his sand, whether it needs to be lighter than air or stronger than steel. He can even use it to stop bombs powerful enough to wipe out an entire village.
Darth Vader. Darth Vader versus Dr. Doom.
He matched his secret apprentice Galen Merrick in Force Combat, who is powerful enough to move Star Destroyers, and killed a doppelganger of Darth Maul by impaling himself. Damn, that's dedication.
And finally, after discovering his long-lost son, Vader had a change of heart. He rescued his son by sacrificing himself to destroy the Sith once and for all. Or at least until the next movie comes out.
Tifa Lockhart. Yang versus Tifa.
Glass cannon or not, her strength is ridiculous. She's strong enough to fight an embodiment of Sephiroth and throw giant monsters around like nothing.
And there was the time she helped throw Cloud through the air to reach the flying monster Bahamut Sin. After leaving Tifa's hand, you can see a Mach cone form around Cloud, which means Tifa must have helped throw him with enough force to break the sound barrier.
Oh, Cloud's a lightweight. Come on, how hard can that be?
Well, factoring in the weight of Cloud and his giant weapon, he must have been thrown with up to 153 tons of force.
Well, shit, talk about power!
Wolverine. Wolverine versus Raiden.
And was skilled enough to tag Speed Demon, who runs faster than the speed of sound.
Despite all of this, his greatest attribute is his sheer durability. He's like Super Rocky.
Wolverine has survived hits from Thor and the Hulkbuster, battled with Satan himself, and was once blown up with nothing left but his adamantium skeleton.
Think that stopped him? Hell no! He got back up and beat the ever-living shit out of the emo Bomberman who blew him up in the first place.
Alexander Joseph Luthor. Iron Man versus Lex Luthor.
He's equaled Deathstroke in combat, stabbed Supergirl, snapped Brainiac's neck, and defeated Power Girl in a single stroke.
You can't blame him. I mean, I don't think anyone could handle more than a single stroke with Power Girl.
However, Lex is not solely dependent on his war suit. He sometimes subjects himself to a kryptonite steroid, which has made him much stronger than an ordinary human. Capable of surviving wounds nobody reasonably should.
Yeah, like the time when a giant gorilla shot him in the chest with a sniper rifle, knocking him out of a helicopter off the edge of a cliff and landing headfirst in a canyon. He was up and banging his robot chick in like a day. Oh yeah, he built a robot version of Lois Lane for, you know, sex and murder.
Because Lex always wants what he cannot have.
And the award for Strongest Loser goes to... Son Goku.
This is Goku vs. Superman 2's third award of the evening, having previously won Most Hyped Matchup and Saltiest Episode.
Please welcome Numbskill.
Well, we've just covered Strongest Loser, so let's talk about the flip side of that. With how strong the characters in Death Battle have shown to be, it's obvious that some are far stronger than others. But who among these characters is the strongest? Well, that's what you guys decided with your votes. Here are the nominees for Strongest Winner.
Strongest Winner. Deadpool. Deadpool vs. Deathstroke.
His quick draw is fast enough to beat 7 Hydra agents at once. He can decimate legions of armed warriors solo while talking on the phone. He's the only one to ever outwit Taskmaster, who literally has the power to predict his opponent's moves. And in one instance, he even murdered the entire Marvel Universe, including the supposedly unkillable Wolverine.
He did this with a sword made of carbonadium, an alloy capable of nullifying healing factors. In other words, he cheated.
He survived skyscrapers collapsing on top of him, having his heart ripped out, his head blown to bits, and even his entire body melted into a puddle.
Kirby vs. Majin Buu.
He's powerful enough to crack a planet in half, fast enough to run on water, and strong enough to throw a monster 30 times his size on a frying pan all the way to the sun, circle the burning star, and return to Kirby's feet with a perfectly cooked monster.
I think that might be the most ridiculous feat we've ever seen on Death Battle. But he's not just strong. He's so tough that he was barely phased after being crushed under thousands of tons of pressure, and effortlessly survived an explosion massive enough to eclipse the entire world.
He's achieved all of this despite being only 8 inches tall.
See, it's not the size of the monster, it's how he throws a fucking humongous frying pan into the sun and back.
Miles Tails Prower. Luigi vs. Tails.
Well, he is only 11 years old, and the feats he's accomplished at his age are beyond impressive. Like being able to run 100 miles per hour without his tails, stopping a nuclear missile, and saving the multiverse by transforming into...
Don't do steroids, kids.
Superman. Goku vs. Superman 2.
Superman's held a black hole, survived an explosion equal to 50 supernovas, flew to the center of a red sun, which is like tanking millions of nukes rapid fire, and once easily absorbed enough solar energy to vaporize half a galaxy. And to put an end to the Wizards magazine argument, here he is getting thrown from orbit into Earth with enough force to devastate the planet and cause nuclear winter. Oh look! He stood up moments later, more pissed off than hurt. Oh, and by the way, none of this was pre-crisis.
War Greymon. Pokemon vs. Digimon.
Yeah, these kids were called the Digidestined for a reason, and together they had enough power to stop an attack which could have wiped out both the digital and real worlds. And this is the power Agumon's using to digivolve.
Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn vs. M. Bison.
But even after losing the battle for Earth, he just outsmarted the Elder Gods and eventually outlasted every other combatant to achieve the power of Armageddon. Until Raiden reversed time because he's a sore loser.
But his proudest accomplishment is his takeover of Edenia, the most powerful and respected realm of all. And as trophies for this victory, Khan took Edenia's queen and princess as his own wife and daughter.
Nice.
Astro Boy. Mega Man vs. Astro Boy.
But his most fascinating aspect is his skin. Derived from an artificially created superplastic, Astro's body is tough enough to survive everything from the depths of the ocean to a dip in the sun.
Plus, he's a versatile fighter. He's taken on water-stealing aliens, dogs turned into human robots stealing diamonds from the moon, and a robot named Satan that shot lasers out of its nipples. I can't make this up.
He beat Pluto, the most dangerous robot assassin in the world, after being upgraded to 1 million horsepower. This gave him the strength to lift a cruise ship out of the water and fly through 30 feet of solid iron like it was thin air.
Dr. Victor Von Doom. Darth Vader vs. Dr. Doom.
And of course, Dr. Doom's armor is absurd. Its magical barriers and separation from the physical world have protected him from reality warping and telekinetic attacks from the likes of Thanos and the Silver Surfer, whose power makes Vader's lightsaber and force choke look like child's play. Even if Vader could get through that suit, Doom's mind is armored by his sheer willpower, preventing any of Vader's force-powered mental reading or manipulation.
Samus Aran. Boba Fett vs. Samus Aran remastered.
Well then, F that planet and its birds. But I do like their power bombs, which Samus carries and can use to destroy anything in the general vicinity in seconds.
Samus is known as the bounty hunter capable of taking on impossible missions, fighting massive beasts, and even wiping out an entire species.
All but one. Talk about having the rarest pet in the universe. And it makes a cute hat.
He-Man. He-Man vs. Lion-O.
A moon weighs approximately 70 quintillion metric tons. The highest official amount a human being has ever lifted without support is over 260 kilograms. Even after excluding the cordite battle harness, He-Man is 10 quadrillion times stronger than the strongest man on Earth.
And the award for strongest winner goes to... Superman.
This is Goku vs. Superman 2's fourth award of the evening, having previously won Most Hyped Matchup, Saltiest Episode, and Strongest Loser.
Please welcome Venusaurus.
Well, it's great getting to watch our favorite characters be put into a death battle and be shown how strong they are. It isn't always enough to see them kick ass or get their asses kicked. We also want them to be written well and make sure they are presented as we love them and know them for, and not just have it be some poser pretending to act like them. Here are the nominees for Best Characterization.
Best Characterization. Wolverine. Wolverine versus Raiden.
All right, Terminator. Now you've got me mad! Shit! Not again! Good night, RoboCop.
Deadpool. Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
All the children in the audience, cover your eyes.
And the moral of the story is...
Deadpool wins! Yay! This is totally racist. Hey, chimichanga! Oh, YouTube comments. Oh, I see you rolling. Oh, you're hating. Oh, it wounds me so deep, doesn't it all? Explain how I beat this asshole.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Solid Snake. Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher.
If they're operating out here, it couldn't possibly be anyone we're familiar with. I'll start scanning radio frequencies to see if I can find any comm lines. But Snake, until we know what you're up against, I suggest you keep yourself out of sight.
I've already got it covered.
Please tell me it's not a cardboard box.
Do I need to go over this again? The cardboard box is a very important tool for infiltration missions. It's ideal for fooling the enemy.
It ain't personal, it's just the only way I still can make a grand. Understand what I'm talking about? Get the picture of what this all about? It's time for you to walk it out. You don't want to be around when these dogs start barking out. You don't want to play the target.
Snake, this is insane!
Otacon, I'm not exaggerating when I say the success of my mission hinges on how I use this cardboard box. But in the end, a cardboard box is only made of paper.
Iron
Power is
Man.
at 15%
Iron
double
Man
fast.
versus Lex
I recommend
Luthor.
a new plan of attack.
I have a plan. Attack!
Power at 10%.
Call that power! You are nothing! Jarvis, reroute all power to the arm and leg hydraulics. I have seen true power. You are nothing more than another ant to crush under my... How about that? Good night, Cue Ball. What's going on?
We're out of power.
Figures.
Yang Xiao Wong. Yang
Man, this
versus
place just keeps
Tifa.
getting better and better. Seriously, I know where I'm gonna retire now.
A natural fighter and thrill seeker at heart, Yang fit right in and soon found herself a member of the color-coordinated team, Ruby, led by her younger sister, Ruby.
Because that's not confusing at all.
I'm talking about kicking off the semester with a bang.
I always kick my semesters off with a yang. Eh? Guys? Am I right?
He-Man.
Give me sight
He-Man
beyond
versus
sight.
Lion-O.
All right, Battle Cat. Let's go do something normally perceived as impossible.
Stop right there! You would mount that poor pussy like some sort of mule? You muscular fiend! Noble Tiger, turn on your master!
Ugh, he must have control over animals. That should keep you busy for a while.
I am Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats. and you will pay for your animal cruelty.
I am He-Man. Back off, feline. You are clearly not equipped to... Oh.
Superman. Goku vs. Superman 2.
Stops here!
I'm impressed. I actually felt that.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Neither have you. With every step, an earthquake. With every breath, I could create a hurricane. This is my burden. Be thankful it is not yours.
Son Goku. Goku vs. Superman 2.
I believe this is the part where I say, I told you so.
But King Kai, I don't understand.
You can't beat him.
Sure I can. I'll just train harder than ever.
No, Goku. You can overcome any limit put in front of you, but his power has no limit. Even if you somehow found the power to surpass him, you wouldn't have anything left to aspire to. Do you truly want that?
Nah, sounds boring. Oops. King Kai, do you have anything to eat?
Goku, I'm trying to be serious here.
What? My stomach has limits too, you know.
Samuel V.O. Fisher. Solid
Grim,
Snake
did you
vs.
get
Sam
that?
Fisher.
Sam, are you all right?
I'm fine. He's after the data.
Just our luck. I'll bring the plane in for you.
Don't. This guy's gonna be a problem if I don't take care of him now.
But it's more important that
No. Trust me, Grim.
Raiden. Wolverine vs. Raiden.
This is why I fight. It's time for Jack the Ripper to let her rip.
And the award for Best Characterization goes to... Deadpool!
This is Deadpool vs. Deathstroke's third award of the evening, having previously won Best Vocal Performance and Best Host Script and Recap.
Coming up, the award for Best Female Character and Best Overall Episode.
Welcome back to the Death Battle Awards Season 2 edition. Just a reminder that you can subscribe to my Patreon by going to the link in the description below, and you can be a patron like these fine gentlemen right here. And if enough money starts coming in monthly, I'll even bring back an old project that many of you are familiar with. Alright, on with the show!
Please welcome Soulfire!
You've mentioned the animated portion of the fights a lot this evening, but that's only because the animated portion's often considered the best part of any Death Battle episode. Not only does it make the characters look flashy and cool, but Death Battle would seem rather boring without it. And with how many more 3D fights there were, and the improvements on 2D animation, there were a ton of good choices to pick from. Here are the nominees for Best Animation.
Best Animation. Boba Fett vs. Samus Aran Remastered. Wolverine vs. Raiden.
No use hiding, bub. The nose knows.
Iron Man versus Lex Luthor.
Watch your left.
Thanks for the fun, Stark. It was smashing.
No problem, pal. Thanks for the suit.
Goku versus Superman 2.
You're not the only one with that kind of power.
Blue hair? I've seen worse.
Pokemon versus Digimon.
No! Huh, I guess that's that.
It's not over yet. I believe in Charizard.
Whoa! He digivolved!
No, this is Mega Evolution. Let's go, Mega Charizard. Dragon Claw. Flare Blitz.
Pokemon Battle Royale. Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher.
Is only made of paper.
Laughing at you. Me, anybody coming this way, I see. Stand tall, just so small and mean. Tell us what you're enemy, watch for the six. This right here is strategies. Every move I make it green. I believe all on your knees. After this new opportunity. Those are the boys that's trying to fight. Time to die.
Otacon, I've got the intel.
Please clean! My leg! Oh, it's cramping! Pop, watching Deathstroke! God damn it! Oh, my third lung is so...
Godzilla versus Gamera. versus Segata Sanshiro.
And the award for Best Animation goes to... Solid Snake and Sam Fisher. Congratulations.
Please welcome from the Pyromancers, Bella.
Thank you. It's really great to be here. It's no secret that the ratio of male characters in Death Battle to female characters has been very lacking. But even though that's the case, that doesn't mean that the ladies can't show off why they have so many fans, and why they've been requested for Death Battle in the first place. Here are your nominees for Best Female Character.
Best Female Character. Samus Aran. Boba Fett vs. Samus Aran Remastered.
Time to go.
Toph Bay Fong. Gara vs. Toph.
I am the greatest earthbender in the world. Don't you two dunderheads ever forget it.
Isabella Ivy Valentine. Ivy vs. Orchid.
You're in need of some discipline. I'll teach you to behave. Satisfied?
Tifa Lockhart. Yang vs. Tifa.
Feels like you're flying, doesn't it? All done.
Yang Xiaolong. Yang vs. Tifa. Black Orchid. Ivy vs. Orchid.
Orchid is clearly a force to be reckoned with.
And the award for Best Female Character goes to... Samus Aran!
Please welcome from the Probust cast, Probuscus.
It's no secret that the deaths of characters in Death Battle, while eliciting various emotions from us, can be extremely entertaining. Sometimes they're creative, sometimes they're funny, and sometimes they're brutal. But only one death can be considered the best of each season. Here are your nominees for Best Death.
Best Death. Son Goku. Goku vs. Superman 2.
This is over!
I'm sorry.
Charizard. Pokemon Battle Royale. Bucky O'Hare. Fox McCloud versus Bucky O'Hare. Ryu Hayabusa. Ryu Hayabusa versus Strider Hiryu.
Time to end this. Ragnarok!
Green Arrow.
Lot of stress.
Green Arrow versus Hawkeye.
Acupuncture. Green Arrow style.
Eat your heart out, Robin Hood.
Beast. Beast versus Goliath. Sector. Fulgor versus Sector. Godzilla versus Gamma. Samuel Leo Fisher. Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher.
Piece of cake.
Alexander Joseph
Person on the
Luthor.
planet.
Iron
I'm
Man
not
versus
playing
Lex
God.
Luthor.
All this time, I've been playing human. I'll take this.
What? What did you take?
Everything.
Here's the big one.
And the award for Best Death goes to Sam Fisher.
This is Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher's second award of the evening, having previously won Best Animation.
Coming up, the award for Most Brutal Death. And later, Best Overall Episode.
Welcome back to the Death Battle Awards, Season 2 edition. Just another reminder that the poll for the Season 3 awards is available in the description below, only with some changes to it from the last two. Namely to the Best Male Combatant category. As for next month's awards, going forward, we will be having every male combatant be nominated, much like every female combatant is. Anyway, with that out of the way, we've got some more awards to hand out still.
Please welcome Joshua Curving.
Let's face it, while we all think we know how episodes are going to go, Death Battle has a habit of surprising us, be it good surprises or bad. Sometimes an episode's quality is different from what the matchup lends it to be. Other times, they give us reveals about Wiz and Boomstick's characters. But one way they really surprise us is by declaring a winner that we didn't expect. Here are the nominees for Most Surprising Outcome.
Most Surprising Outcome. Yang vs. Tifa.
Yang's power just pulled through in a snap.
The winner is Yang Xiaolong.
Wolverine vs. Raiden.
Any way you slice it, Raiden just had the right gear for the job.
The winner is Raiden.
Kirby vs. Majin Buu.
Boo just couldn't stomach this fight.
The winner is Kirby.
Beast vs. Goliath.
In the end, Beast just didn't have the heart to keep up with the gargoyle.
The winner is Goliath.
Batman vs. Captain America.
Captain America just couldn't hang in there.
The winner is Batman.
Pokemon Battle Royale.
Blastoise H2 owned.
The winner is Blastoise.
Ryu Hayabusa vs. Strider Hiryu.
Looks like Strider just floored Hayabusa.
The winner is Strider Hiryu.
Terminator vs. RoboCop.
The Terminator almost had a victory until it blew up in his face.
The winner is RoboCop.
Ryu vs. Scorpion.
Scorpion was just too hot to handle.
The winner is Scorpion.
Gaara vs. Toph.
Gaara couldn't stand up to Duff. I know you're floored. I really ground that one in, didn't I? What can I say? It's my earthly delight.
The winner is Toph Beifong.
No need to gravel about it. Can't we just bury the hatchet? I'm out.
And the award for Most Surprising Outcome goes to Gaara vs. Toph.
Please welcome Morkez Moraiser.
Hello everyone, I'm Morkez Moraiser. You might know me from nothing. We all have matches we want to see Death Battle do, and sometimes they're matches that other people want to see as well. But it's also really cool whenever Death Battle does a fight most people don't really think of. These fights always make things a lot more interesting, especially when they make a lot more sense than any other potential opponents the combatants might have had. Here are the nominees for Most Original Matchup.
Most Original Matchup. Fox McCloud vs. Bucky O'Hare. Ragna vs. Soul Bad Guy. Tiger Zord vs. Gundam Epion. Iron Man vs. Lex Luthor. Beast vs. Goliath. Fulgor vs. Sector. Ivy vs. Orchid. Gaara vs. Toph. Guts vs. Nightmare. Yang vs. Tifa.
And the award for Most Original Matchup goes to Fox McCloud vs. Bucky O'Hare.
Please welcome Sam Daman.
Death Battle has been known to have some great deaths at the end of its animations. After all, it is half their name. So do you think that it'd be the one thing they're good at? And one of the best ways to show off just how great these deaths are is by making them absolutely brutal. Season 2 had quite a number, but only one can win this award. And here are the nominees for Most Brutal Death.
Most Brutal Death. Wolverine vs. Raiden. Red and Charizard. Pokemon vs. Digimon.
Charizard, you okay?
Force!
That was rough.
Bucky O'Hare. Fox McCloud versus Bucky O'Hare. Gamera. Godzilla versus Gamera. Alexander Joseph Luthor. Iron Man versus Lex Luthor.
All this time, I've been playing human. I'll take this. What? What did you take? Everything. Here's the big one.
Venusaur. Pokemon Battle Royale. Sector. Fulgor versus Sector. Charizard. Pokemon Battle Royale. Beast versus Goliath. Dan Hibiki. Hercule Satan versus Dan Hibiki.
Oh, man!
Whoa! I've never seen anything like that! He punched him so hard he turned into a jukebox! It can only be the champ's new technique, the karaoke punch!
Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I need to change my pants.
Hercule Satan!
And the award for most brutal death goes to Red and Charizard.
This is Pokemon vs. Digimon's third award of the evening, having previously won Best Song and Saddest Death.
Coming up, the award you've all been waiting for, Best Overall Episode. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Season 2 Death Battle Awards. If you're only just tuning in, then good news. You came here at the perfect time, as we're about to give out the final award of the evening. We've seen quite a varied number of episodes get awards this evening for various categories that can lead to a good or at the very least, memorable episode. However, only one episode can claim the title of being the best episode of Season 2. Here are your nominees for Best Overall Episode.
Sci-fi movies have taught me two very important things. One, I want my own lightsaber, and two, the future blows.
It's unavoidable. The warrior of the next millennium is the machine, such as the Terminator, the time-traveling metal assassin.
And RoboCop, Detroit's cyborg defender.
Kaiju, the Japanese word for
a giant monster that destroys everything around it, like Godzilla, the king of the monsters.
And Gamera, the guardian of the universe.
Long-range weaponry are effective tools of destruction, but there's just something special about killing up close and personal with a blade. Like Wolverine, the vicious anti-hero of the X-Men.
And Raiden, the deadly cyborg ninja from Metal Gear. For nearly 2 decades, people across the globe have struggled endlessly to make one crucial, exhausting, impossible choice.
Bulbasaur, Squirtle, or Charmander.
It's finally time to learn if the one you chose was really the strongest.
And what better way than with their evolved forms? Venusaur, the pimply plant monster, Blastoise, the bazooka turtle, and Charizard, the dragon.
Technology. It improves our lives, lets you watch cool shows on the internet, and sometimes it can help you to rival gods.
Like with Iron Man, the armored Avenger.
And Lex Luthor, arch nemesis of Superman. A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking, yet not dreaming. Ready for whatever may come.
But some fighters are dumb enough to ignore the legendary Bruce Lee's words, like Hercule Satan, the world martial arts champion.
And Dan Hibiki, the Psycho street fighter. They are the government's best-kept secrets, masters of stealth, trained to kill in 100 different ways from the shadows or face-to-face.
Solid Snake, the legendary soldier of Metal Gear.
Sam Fisher, Splinter Cell's ultimate predator. Guardians of treasure, champions of justice.
And prove that if you've got enough brute strength, you don't need to be smart to kick some serious ass.
Donkey Kong, defender of the world's largest banana horde.
And Knuckles the Echidna, guardian of the all-powerful Master Emerald.
Tall tales of superhuman feats have existed for as long as man has been telling stories. And today we pit the greatest of these legends in a clash of East meets West.
Chuck Norris. No real introduction needed.
And Segata Sanshiro, defender of the Sega Saturn. Of all things. These two masters of evil are experts at bending others to their will. But beneath the mask lies the scars of their past. Literally.
Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith.
And Dr. Doom, sovereign ruler of Latveria.
And the award for Best Overall Episode goes to Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher. This is Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher's third award of the evening, having previously won Best Animation and Best Death. And that concludes the Season 2 Death Battle Awards. The polls for Season 3 are open, so get out there and vote for it. I want to thank our guest presenters for providing their voices and presenting these awards. And with that, we'll see you all back here on October 1st for the Season 3 Death Battle Awards. Good night, everybody!